What if I told you that right now, today, people with no coding background, no business degree, and no startup capital are generating anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s a month using AI tools that are either free or cost less than a Netflix subscription? Not hype. Not some crypto-adjacent get-rich-quick scheme. Real income streams. Built on skills you can develop in a weekend. Today I'm breaking down 5 of the most practical tested ways to make money with AI in 2025. And I'm going to be specific, not use ChatGPT to make money vague. I mean actual methods, actual workflows, actual numbers where I have them. Let's get into it. Welcome back, or welcome for the first time. I'm Your Name, and on this channel we break down how to use technology to build real income and real leverage in your life. Hit subscribe if that's your thing. Let's go. Before we get into the 5 methods, I want to set the stage, because I think most people misunderstand why AI creates a money-making opportunity. AI doesn't replace skilled humans. What it does is collapse the time and cost it takes to produce output. Writing, design, code, research, analysis. Things that used to take hours now take minutes. Things that used to require a team of 5 now require a team of 1. That gap between what AI can produce and what the market is willing to pay for quality work is where the opportunity lives. The people winning right now are the ones who understood early that AI is a leverage multiplier, not a magic button. You still need taste. You still need communication skills. You still need to understand what a client actually wants, but your output capacity, infinite compared to what it used to be. All right, 5 ways. Let's go. This is the most accessible entry point, and it's still wide open despite what you've heard about AI killing content jobs. Here's the reality. Yes, AI can generate content, but good content, content that doesn't sound like it was written by a sleep-deprived robot, requires a human in the loop. That's you. You position yourself as a content strategist or content producer. You take client briefs, you use AI tools like Claude or ChatGPT to generate first drafts at scale, and then you apply your editorial judgment. Rewriting, restructuring, injecting real expertise, making it actually sound like the brand. What used to take a writer 4 hours per article now takes 45 minutes to an hour. That means instead of delivering 2 articles a week to a client, you can deliver 6 at the same or better quality. Upwork, Contra, and LinkedIn are the 3 best platforms right now. Local businesses are massively underserved. Think law firms, medical practices, real estate agencies. They need blogs, newsletters, email sequences, and almost none of them have a content person. Entry level, you're looking at $50 to $150 per piece while you build a portfolio. Once you have 3 to 5 solid samples, rates of $200 to $500 per long-form article are completely realistic, and retainer clients at $1,500 to $3,000 a month are common at the mid-tier. Pro tip: niching down dramatically increases your rate ceiling. A generalist content writer charges $100 an article. A cybersecurity content strategist or SaaS email copywriter charges $400. Same AI tools, different positioning. This one has the highest income ceiling on this list, and it's still early enough that competition is thin. Here's the pitch. Small businesses are drowning in repetitive tasks: customer follow-up emails, appointment scheduling, lead routing, invoice generation, FAQ responses. All of it is still being done manually by someone who's paid too much to be doing it. Your job is to automate those workflows using tools like Make, formerly Integromat, Zapier, N8N, or custom GPT integrations, and charge for the setup and ongoing maintenance. You don't need to be a developer. I want to be really clear on this. The no-code, low-code AI automation space has exploded. If you can think in logic, when X happens, do Y. You can build these systems. A local dental practice gets 40 to 60 appointment inquiry messages a week via their website contact form. Currently, a receptionist manually reads each one and sends a response. You build a Make automation that reads the inquiry, uses an AI model to draft a personalized response with appointment options, and sends it within 2 minutes of submission. The practice saves 5 to 8 hours of admin time per week. What's that worth to them? Conservatively, $500 to $1,500 for setup, plus $200 to $500 a month retainer for maintenance and updates. Pick one industry: dental, real estate, legal, e-commerce. Learn their 3 biggest pain points. Google reviews, intake forms, and customer follow-up are almost always on the list. Build a demo automation for that industry before you ever talk to a prospect. Cold outreach on LinkedIn or in person. Business owners in service industries respond really well to "I can save you X hours a week." One client at $1,000 a month is already a meaningful income stream. 5 clients gets you to 5K a month, and once the systems are built, maintenance is light. The image generation space has matured fast. Midjourney, DALL-E, Stable Diffusion, Ideogram, these tools can produce commercial quality visuals in seconds, and the market for those visuals is enormous. 1. Stock image licensing. Adobe Stock, Shutterstock, and Pond5 all accept AI-generated images, with disclosure. The earning model is passive. You upload, they license, you get royalties. Individual images earn pennies, but a catalog of 500 to 1,000 high-quality, keyword-optimized images can generate $200 to $800 a month passively. The key is producing images in underserved niches, diverse professionals, specific industries, cultural events. 2. Print on demand. Platforms like Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, and Etsy let you sell t-shirts, mugs, phone cases, and posters without holding any inventory. Your job is to generate the design, upload it, and write a great listing. A single winning design can sell for years. Most successful stores have 50 to 200 products live and treat it like a volume game. 3. Client-facing creative work. Book covers, podcast artwork, social media graphics, brand identity concepts. Businesses and creators need visuals constantly, and many can't afford a full-time designer. Position yourself as an AI-assisted visual designer. Charge $50 to $300 per project depending on scope, and your per-hour rate goes through the roof when each project takes you 30 minutes. Reality. Check. This space is competitive. The people making real money aren't just hitting generate. They're developing a distinct visual style, understanding color theory and composition, and learning how to prompt engineer for consistency and quality. That takes a few weeks of genuine practice, but it's learnable. Okay, this one requires a bit more technical lift, but less than you think, and the upside is recurring revenue, which is the holy grail. The concept: identify a specific painful problem in a specific niche and build a small software tool powered by AI that solves it. Launch it. Charge a monthly fee. This isn't build a startup. This is build a tool. Examples of micro SaaS tools that have actually shipped and found customers. A tool that takes a podcast transcript and generates show notes, timestamps, social clips, and an email newsletter in one click, priced at $29 a month, aimed at solo podcasters. A tool that scans job listings and generates a tailored cover letter and resume bullets in 30 seconds, $15 a month for job seekers. A tool for real estate agents that takes a property address and generates a full listing description, social post, and open house email, $49 a month. Notice the pattern: specific user, specific output, specific value. Not an AI writing assistant, something more targeted. How to build it without being a developer. Use Bubble, Glide, or Softer for the front-end interface. Connect to OpenAI or Anthropic's API on the back end. Use Stripe for payments. Launch on Product Hunt, relevant subreddits, and niche Facebook groups. Your first goal is 10 paying customers. That validates the concept. At $29 a month, that's $290 MRR. Not life-changing, but proof you built something people will pay for. Then you optimize and grow. Revenue potential. Micro SaaS tools that hit product market fit in a niche can scale to 2K to 20K thy MRR with limited ongoing effort once built. Some have been acquired by larger platforms. The multiple for SaaS businesses is typically 3x to 5x annual revenue, so even a 3K month tool is worth 108K to 180K if you chose to sell it. The fifth way is the meta play. You monetize your knowledge about AI. Every company in the world right now is trying to figure out how to integrate AI into their workflows. Most of them have no idea where to start. They don't need an AI PhD. They need someone who can sit across from them, understand their business, and map out a practical 90-day AI adoption plan. That person can be you, even if you learned everything you know in the last 6 months. AI consulting for small and mid-sized businesses typically looks like an AI readiness audit, 2 to 4 hours at $500 to $2,500, a strategic roadmap document, $1,000 to $5,000, implementation support retainer, $2,000 to $8,000 a month per enterprise. You don't need to be a researcher, you need to understand business workflows, know the AI tool landscape well, and be able to communicate clearly. A solid LinkedIn presence documenting your knowledge is your primary sales funnel. If consulting feels too high pressure, teaching is another path. The creator economy around AI education is massive right now. YouTube channel plus sponsorships takes 6 to 12 months to build, but compounds forever. Cohort-based courses on Maven or Kajabi, $197 to $997 per student. Notion templates, prompt packs, and workflow guides on Gumroad, $9 to $49 high volume. The barrier isn't expertise, it's specificity and consistency. A generic Learn AI course competes with everyone. A course called AI Workflows for Real Estate Agents or ChatGPT for Financial Advisors has a real audience and much less competition. Start with one YouTube video or LinkedIn post per week, documenting something you learned or built. Do that for 90 days. You will have an audience, at least one inbound consulting inquiry, and enough content to package a starter course. That's not a prediction. That's just the math of consistent output in a high-interest niche. Let me bring it home. 5 ways. 1. AI-assisted freelance writing. Lowest barrier to entry, fastest to first dollar. 2. AI automation services. Highest income ceiling for solo operators, still early. 3. AI image generation and creative. Passive income potential, requires taste and volume. 4. Micro SaaS, AI tools. Recurring revenue, requires some technical setup but less than you think. 5. AI consulting and education, leverages what you know, compounds over time. Now, the honest part. None of these are passive income out of the gate. Every single one requires real effort up front. The advantage AI gives you is that the effort compresses. You can build, test, and launch things in days that used to take months. But you still have to show up and do the work. The people failing with AI aren't failing because the tools don't work. They're failing because they're consuming content about AI instead of doing something with it. Pick one method from this list. Spend 30 days on it seriously. See what happens. That's the whole game. If you got value from this video, the most useful thing you can do is drop a comment telling me which of these 5 methods you're going to try. Seriously, I read them all, and it helps me know what to cover next. If you want a deeper dive on any of these, workflows, tools, step-by-step breakdowns, let me know below and I'll build the video. Subscribe if you haven't. New videos drop every week, 2 weeks. I'll see you in the next one.